What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be very important. I'm going to be talking about my trading strategy that I use to take my account from around $3,000 to now well over $40,000, 10xing my account and more over just a year's time. Now, before I do get into this video, I do want to show off a little bit of the premium profits today because boy, we have been hot. We had a SPY 593 call, or 593 put, I'm sorry, go 223%, and a SPY 594 call go well over 322%. Now, those are some great trades. But if you guys are interested on joining up, we do have our link for the Discord down in the description down below. It is 100% free to join up. We have over 500 plus profitable members over there. We give out live alerts, technical analysis breakdowns, daily watch lists, stock picks, my live buy and sell alerts. So there is a lot of useful information over there. Now, let's go ahead and get right into this video where we are going to be talking about the strategies that I have used to more than 10x my account in a single year. We're going to show you guys some stocks that have had this pattern and some results that have come out of that. But I do want to focus on the strategy for now, which is going to be this beautiful cup and handle strategy. Now, there is a lot of stocks out on the market, and this is a very common thing to see out on the market. The cup and handle strategy is going to be obviously what you can see here, which is a nice forming cup right here and then a handle. There's a few things that we're going to go ahead and break down, but this is the idea and just the perfect cup and handle that you could possibly see. This is obviously just a stock image, but you guys can see as we go over to the charts here, this is going to translate very well. Now, you can see here I am on the HIMS chart on the monthly time frame, I'm sorry, and you can see we had this beautiful cup right here, much similar to what we saw over here. It's very similar with that cup and then the handle down here. So what you guys can go ahead and target coming out of these cups and what you guys want to do and how to play them. So how you guys are going to play these stocks is you're going to identify the cup here, right? And once you guys do get back to a break even spot and the stock starts to fall for the handle, that is when you guys start to add heavy, add heavy. This is when I first started to add heavy into HIMS when we first hit that 12.27 mark, and then we dropped all the way back down to around $6. I was DCAing very quietly into that, and then I started adding heavy as we started moving back out of this handle, as I got more equity from other stocks, which we will also talk about because I made some good money on some other cup and handles, and there is a lot out there to look at. So there's a few things we can do here. After DCAing into your cup and handle, I would buy heavy as you start to see a turnaround. A good rule of thumb is to draw a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of this move to the top of the move. And you can see we are right in that golden zone, right where we decide to bounce. So that is a good idea and a good way to find where you guys could possibly bounce and where that could reversal could begin to happen. Now, another thing that you guys can do is take a data price range, go ahead and draw from the low to the high of the cup and handle, and then move it right on top of where that move is. And that can be your next target. So you can see that was about a 334% move out of the cup, and then you put it on top, and that is around a 78% move. And that, guys, isn't from the bottom of the handle, but it is from the top of the cup. So don't draw it down from here. That actually would just sit on top of here, and then you make whatever percent coming out of the handle, and then on top of that, you'll make this 77%. And then obviously you can see what this has led to with HIM stock. Everyone knows. Obviously, these really only work if you have a company with good valuation, but you guys shouldn't be buying companies that don't have good valuation. So that kind of goes as it is. But with HIMS here, like I said, I bought around $12 DCA'd all the way down to 6, and then I got most of my buying in around the mid teens and pulled my average up to around 27.51 where it is today. But you guys can see if you would have bought at the low of the cup and handle, at the bottom of the handle to the top of our recent move, that is over a 10x, 1,191% from the bottom. That is a great return. And I'm going to tell you guys how this isn't a fluke, because now we're going to move on from HIMS to Palantir, another great cup and handle. Now, this is a bit different of a look, but about the same return, a 681% return from the low of this cup to, or the low of the handle to the high of the move. So we can go ahead and take this move and draw a line right across the middle here. And you can see uh, we have a little bit of indecision here. So there is kind of an odd cup. It could be a little slanted, and this is a thing that can happen. So there is a lot of lines that you guys can draw out. It can be something like this. It 100% can be a little bit offset. But if you guys have this idea where you have this rounding cup at the bottom and then some good consolidation coming out of that, and this is some great consolidation. This is where I first started to add in that $16 to $17 range, and then I ended up pulling my average all the way up to around $27, and then I ended up selling most of my shares at around $86. So you can see how profitable this really can be. And I'm going to show you guys a stock that is currently sitting in this cup and handle that is not started its move yet. It's still in the handle. So it could be a great time to add. But looking at Palantir here, much of the similar, much of the same, but taking a low to a high here, you can see that was 293%, and then putting that on top of the cup, that was another 74% move out of that. And then we've seen, Palantir just be straight up since then, all the way to a high of around 681% gain at $125. Now that is example number two. And now we're going to jump into an example that hasn't even played out yet, but I am very confident that this will follow suit with the other companies that I've shown today. And you guys may know it. It is Oscar Health. This is the best cup and handle I may have ever seen on a single stock. So we're going to go ahead and break down what we could be eyeing here. Now, Oscar is looking pretty good. Financials are looking great, and we've got some targets. I'm not going to show you guys those targets yet because you guys are going to have to stay for those because they get pretty crazy. But from a low to a high here, we had a 853% move. And then what we can expect coming out of this cup is another 89% move up to our third wave target of around $45. Excuse me. But currently we're dropping down in our wave two, which is the cup or the handle part of the cup and handle. And once we do complete this, which I think we have done, we will slowly start to move higher. And these moves will begin to accelerate as we do continue. If you guys were to buy today, that move up to wave three, which is what I'm targeting, would be around a 193% return. And guys, that is only the wave two. My wave three, or my wave five, I'm sorry, is going to be targeting all the way up 353% from targets today. And our Discord members have gotten in at a great price, and that would be around a 448% return for them. So you guys can see how these charts play out and what these stocks amount to after coming out of these cups and handles. The way these cup and handles get set up is stocks tend to IPO. They aren't ready for that profitability yet, and they tend to draw down. And then as they begin to turn profitable, you see this start to turn around. You see it start to turn around, and then they start investing in their company, which slowly pulls it back down for that handle, which is very, very short. That is about a 2 to 3/4 move at the absolute most. Obviously, it can be much more and can be much less, but I would say it is normally a 2 to 3/4 handle that you will see. So maybe about 4 to 6 to 8 months at the most. But nonetheless, that gives you plenty of time to go ahead and get into these moves. As you can see, we are also in a falling wedge, and this is wave two, moving up to wave three. Everything on this chart is extremely bullish. We have had insiders pouring into this stock, and so I am very, very confident on this stock. I do have around 575 shares at an average price of around $14.93, I believe. So you can see I have seen a mild gain on this stock as it is currently at around 1545. But that being said, I do have a $45 price target for the end of this year and a $69 target by summer of 2026. Now, if y'all are thinking about Oscar, I think this is the time because we have completed that wave two and it looks like wave three is on the cusp. This is the exact time that you guys should be looking to get into Oscar. I have been DCAing on the way down, but you want to start to buy heavy as that move begins. So I have been buying heavy. All of our premium members have been buying heavy. Even those guys in the free chat have been buying heavy. So Oscar is going to play out, guys. Oscar is going to be very, very beautiful for us long term, and they are turning profitable with EPS coming in this quarter at around minus 59 cents, and next quarter is expected to be around positive 81% or 81 cents. I'm sorry. So that is a pretty nice turnaround, and I do expect a good quarter to come out of Oscar, especially with their guidance raising revenue year over year by 55%. So that is a great company to get into. This is what a cup and handle strategy can do, and this is what a cup and handle strategy has done in the past. We have seen 681%. We have seen more than a 10x% to the highs of HEMS here. So you guys can see how awesome this can really be if it is used correctly. This is a great long-term strategy, but it can also be used on day trades. If you guys see this on a 5-minute chart and you're sitting bullish, maybe wait for that handle and grab some cons. Maybe it might pump. Obviously, there's some other factors when doing day trades, just like long terms. Company financials come into play when you're doing a long term. But with day trades, even some other support and resistance EMA indicator type lines can affect that. But nonetheless, a cup and handle pattern, if you guys do see it, is a very, very bullish thing. Obviously, this can also be inverse. So if you guys were to see a company, bend down and then the cup comes up a little or the handle comes up a little bit, you could expect it to pour if there is an upside down cup and handle. A lot of people were eyeing that on Tesla here. Go ahead and remove all of my drawings and just show you guys a very quick chart. But you can see on the daily here, this could end up being a cup and handle. A lot of people have been talking about it. I don't know if this is necessarily my favorite cup and handle, but nonetheless, you can see that we can obviously target down to the end here. If we are to get maybe a handle, this could be a very bearish setup for the bears to go ahead and look at loading up on some puts, so on and so forth. So this thing could very well continue down. Obviously, if I were to flip this chart, it would look very, very bullish. But as it stands now, Tesla is very bearish. And I do think that this cup and handle could come into play for Tesla long term. So, or more short term. I don't think this will last that long, but I do see some more downside coming, and that can be a result of a cup and handle type move like this. So that is going to be my cup and handle strategy that has made me over 10x return in about a year's time. Let me know down below what kind of strategy you guys use, if you guys have ever heard of the cup and handle, and if you guys will be implementing it into your strategy. As well as that, make sure you guys do go down in the description down below, join up on our free Discord where we have over 500 plus profitable members over there. You guys can join up for 100% free today. Do not miss out on that. We dropped a free play today that went over 187%. So we had a lot of free guys get into that, pay for multiple months of premium, and we should hopefully see them joining up soon. So I'll see you guys in the next video.